I want to share, and I hope you respond to them adequately for us, especially with the lawmakers who defected. If you look at the Rivers State situation and how it played out, eventually it turned out that the lawmakers did not defect, or because at the time the party was not able to really show that these people had defected beyond what was seen on television and on the floor of the House at that time. In Delta State, with the situation now and the fact that the PDP has gone to court, are you having any worries that it might turn out to be the situation in Delta State where, well, they still retain that seat and they might turn out to be that they did not defect?
Well, I think there were a lot of rigmarole in the case of the Rivers State. And I think that in the judgment, a lot of new things were introduced into the concept of what defection really means. Because from time immemorial, defection is about crossing the aisle in Parliament, one side to the other side. And the conclusion of this is that, if there are no measures, if there are no crises in the party, and the Supreme Court in an earlier decision has said that even the crisis will not be something that occur at the state level. It will not affect the national body. In such a manner, the party is split from the hierarchy to the lowest end. But the times that we are in now, you never can tell. Nobody can say what the law is any longer. The law is what they pay for you. And so that's the tell us.
So there are no issues.
In the case of Delta State, I think the party is right by saying that to go to court. Let the party go to court and test the law once again.
Okay. We'll wait and see, because some people already argue that, well, there are some skirmishes in the PDP internally that perhaps could have given those lawmakers a reason to say they want to defect. Or you think that those skirmishes do not meet the provisions of the law for defection?
There are skirmishes in the party. There are disagreements and there are issues within the confines of the party. But these issues are not led to a situation in which you have two national chairmen, two national chiefs. The party is first institution. Even the secretary issue, the governor's forum meeting that held in the battle was very clear. It is recommendation to the National Working Committee and the National Executive Committee. It's very clear. It says that Senator Samuel Ayahu agreed to be our secretary. We want the Southeast to go and bring their nomination. For pending when this nomination arrives, the Deputy National Secretary, who is already a member of the National Working Committee, to act as the National Secretary, pending when the Southeast to bring their nomination. Then, as you have recalled, the National Working Committee has adopted a position or the recommendation from the Governor's Forum, and they are taking this recommendation to the National Executive Committee, which will now have been stated for 2025. So we wait for the end of it. So we cannot say that, there is division, there are skirmishes, and because they are division, sorry, because they are skirmishes in the party, and we cannot resort to the division that has put a part in 2 lines, and say on account of that, we want to go. Because people are saying that, let's do it to coalition, or let's do it to merger. And the party itself, we are not in merger with people. And so on account of that, we want to go with the capacity of the political party.
Okay. All right. Then what do we say about fears of more defections? I mean, we know that some governors in the South have been said to also be considering defection. I don't want to name names, but I'm sure you also have those reports or concerns. If you do, please, would like you to clarify for us. Are there fears of further defections within the PDP, especially for governors of the PDP?
Well, until such governors come out outrightly and said they have declared from the party, it remains what it is. They will not come out to say that they have declared. You cannot say that they have left the party. But you see, the People's Democratic Party is an institution. And I said on the part of yesterday that when we came in as members of the National Working Committee under the leadership of the Switches Secondus, look, the party has a dead horse by the Progressive Congress, who had just come into office in 2015. I could recall when I go to stations in those days, they said, you are just wasting your time. So the party came back alive between 2017 and 2019 and gave the sitting government a hot chase. So, as an institution, people will come, people will go. We have had instances in which leaders of the party left the party, joined another one, and still came and still returned to only the Democratic Party in Nigeria, the political party that we have, which is the People's Democratic Party. So, as an institution, you will do what you can to make people reason that, look, this is the best place. But we have seen some cases in which people will go, they will live their peaceful environment where they are in control of the situation, and they will vacate it and go to another platform where they are not even well received, where the hostility awaits them during the election, and they will go there. And when they see the reality, they will return back to their former party. So, to Nigeria, alignment, realignment, people not being satisfied where they are, people begin to coach people where they are, they will put power warfare, they will go to another platform. When they find it wrong, they come back to their previous one.
But why are they leaving? It's a worry because some have accused the presidency of threatening people and trying to cause, destabilize opposition political parties ahead of 2027, which of course is one of the strategies or one of the things that former President Olusegun Obasanjo said you need if you must be a president in this country. 2 years before the election, make sure you begin to destabilize every opposition political parties. And it looks as though that is what is happening, even though the presidency has then said that the PDP should put his house in order and not blame it for whatever is happening within the party. Can you place your finger on what you think is responsible for this defection or rumors of possible defections?
It gave me like I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party. But I refuse to disagree with the position put forward by Kola in respect of the poor management of the People's Democratic Party under the leadership of Ambassador Ilyasu Umar Damago. And in most conversations that I had on this platform, I was vehement about the fact that until Damago vacates that seat, the party will run from one crisis to the other. And it's really manifested. So that is one issue. But that does not also foreclose the fact that the presidency and the political party, the APC, are taking some underhand measures to ensure that our governors and leaders for the party abandon their own party and come to the. But even that strategy, which they also using about security, is also productive. Because by the time the country is so full, when the river becomes too large, it will go beyond its bank. So it's the same thing. But as you know, it's not only the PDP that is facing an implosion. The APC also has its own implosion to contend with. As we are speaking today, the political group that the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, led in the APC, is within the APC. He will not affect it, but that's the reality. And again, I'm sure you are aware, the former governor of Nassau State, Kola, who was the only governor elected in the staff of that CPC then, and the former Attorney General under the former President Muhammadu Buhari, Malami SAS, they have come to reform this part. We can go back at Makura said, I don't know people who are not doing APC. And you cannot speak for people. Even in the APN, the Action Congress of Nigeria, that the city president, as far as people are back to the book, he led into the array. Forget what you are saying. It will come to pass, you will see it manifesting. So the issue of inflation, the issue of alignment and realignment, is not just happening in the People's Democratic. And that's why we can see that the sitting government of Aswai and the political party APC, they are running around. They are running around stampeding the political situation to be able to get people from the PDP because they know that the APC that brought us so able to government is not the APC that we have to do. It's not at all.
Sounds interesting. We have a short commercial coming, but since you brought up the leadership of the PDP in the person of the chairman, we'll come to that, but after the break, because I know that several times we had a conversation. You have been very vocal about Damagu's position, especially following the constitution of your party, which would mean that your own district is supposed to produce the chairman. That conversation and those questions will come, including the role of the FCT minister. Stay with us. After the commercial, we'll get your response.
To this.
My name is Ifeemi Andrew. My guest is still very much with us this morning on the show. Former national spokesperson of the PDP, Mr. Kola Ologbondiyan. Sir, thank you for staying on the line for us.
Thank you very much, Jamie.
All right, for those of us who are listening, remember that we are streaming live on YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. We're also live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. You can also download the Nigeria Info app from your Google Play Store if you are an Android phone user. If you're an iPhone user, you can download the app from the iOS Store. Now, after downloading the app, just search Nigeria Info PH and you get access to all of our contents. Remember to also use the WhatsApp number for those of us who have questions, 0809 030 6416. One important question we would need you to respond to is whether you think the PDP is drawing closer to its end. There are those that have said without a coalition, it might just be impossible for the PDP to recover from this. My guest has said it's not the first time the party is going through this kind of turmoil. And over the years, it has found a way to come back, bounce back, and become even stronger. You think this would be the case ahead of 2027? Let us know what your thoughts are quickly on social media. On X, it is Nigeria Info PH. Quickly now, go back to my guest, Mr. Kola. So, tell us about the situation with your party leadership. The chairmanship position, especially with Damagu in charge. We know that you have concluded for a NEC meeting date. It used to be 15th. I think I saw 26th now, if I'm not mistaken, or 27th. 27th, yes. And some people have said, it looks as though Damagu is coming to his senses. What is happening with that position, the chairmanship position of your party? Is it still going to...
where you experience that Damagu is now coming back to his
that's what the report. Some of the reports we've seen online says, Damagu coming back to his senses. So we're kind of confused. That's why I need you to clarify the situation for us in your party with regards to that.
When you find yourself in a leadership position, in whatever leadership position, whether even as a class monitor, what you need to do is to serve, be just, and be fair to others. That's what you need to do. Because the same situation will always reform. It will come back again. So if yourself, the way you handle the first case, it will be the way you are going to handle the second case. But if you are neither here nor there, and you are glimpsing about situations in where you are the place in the leadership position, you are going to pull it through. And that has been my position from the world. A lot of people who believe that with Damagu as the national chairman of the party, he is going to take the party to nowhere. It was there. Like you said, people are saying that he has come back to his senses. But if you look at it, you must look at the decisions that were taken in the battle. The decisions that were taken in the battle, in respect of the leadership, which are recommendations to the National Working Committee and the National Executive Committee. One, the Southeast must go and bring its replacement for the position of the National Secretary. Pending when that is done, Tonji Kusedo, who is the Deputy National Chairman, who acts as the National Secretary, pending when the Southeast brings its replacement for Samuel Yahya. That's it. That. Second decision, or another decision, as it affects the leadership of the party, is that the party has now said, look, zoning committee have been established. The convention committee has been established. The convention will be between August 27th and August 30th. So which means that the zoning committee will go and look at the current offices and the zone that occupies them, and what goes to where, and they will bring it to NEC for ratification. Also, the convention committee, they will also bring that to NEC. So which means that in one way or the other, the new leadership is expected to emerge, or the current leadership will be returned. But those of us who have seen that, look, if we don't allow the non-center to take this opportunity, to take this step in the party, in line with the zoning that we have in our political party. Then we are creating another sense of injustice. So that is what it is as we speak currently.
All right. Well said. But then a few things that I would like to ask as follow-up to some of the things that you have said. One of them would include the disciplinary committee that was set up to also look into issues of anti-party and to also prefer measures, disciplinary measures. What is happening there? Because it seems as though that has become very quiet or almost forgotten. Are there no acts of anti-party? Because plenty of people, I'm sure you're aware, have pointed fingers in the direction of the FCT minister. In fact, in recent interviews, he had said, well, there's nothing. He keeps saying there's nothing that the PDP can do. It's as though he holds something that nobody else knows, that the PDP can't move because of that. And to add to that, there are also speculations that we might see a situation where the governor of Rivers State, now suspended, goes to the APC, that the PDP has not really done much with trying to stand in for the governor and support him as much as they should, especially now that we're even seeing some of the governors now move to the APC from the PDP, even after they had gone to court in the first instance. So how do you respond to those?
Well, to be honest with you, in respect of the disciplinary committee, I believe that the disciplinary committee, it's called the National Disciplinary Committee, under the chairmanship of Chief Public King, has done a report and submitted that report to the National Working Committee, which expectedly should be brought to the National Executive Committee for decisions to be taken. What the contents of that report are, I do not know, and I'm not in a position to know because I'm not a sitting member of the National Working Committee. But whenever it is brought to them, it will be an open book. And everybody will see what recommendations have been made and all that. That is it that in regards to the committee. Coming to the issue of the university, honestly, I have told myself that I should watch events in Rivers rather than making comments. Because the more you try to understand it, the more difficult it becomes. And I just want to leave it at that.
So you would not be surprised if we hear that the governor joins the APC?
I think we have discussed the issue of governors.
No, I mean the Rivers State governor particularly.
I'll say that there is nothing new. It is not something that has not happened before. It has happened once, it has happened twice. And our first situation, we people left the PDP, go to APC, and the find a unity in that same APC. We come back again to the PDP. I don't want to mention them, but you yourself remember it.
Okay.
You know that what I'm saying is a fact. So you cannot stop people from saying that if they say they want to go and express their relationship, relationship, or their association, which is constitutionally guaranteed. You cannot say they should not go. You can't stop them from doing that. But when they get to where they are going, they discover that the place they are going to is more hostile than where they were before. They will also return. Go to leave it at that.
All right. And then one more before we take calls from the listener and take questions on social media. Some people have said two people are behind the fate of the PDP at the moment. The fact that the PDP is losing its grip, some say it's because of, one, the FCT minister. Some others say it is because of, two, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. What do you make? What would you say amongst these two is the bone of contention? Some have said the fact that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar said he would not let go of his ambition to be president of the country has brought the PDP to where it is. Others have said, because the APC, the FCT minister lost out in the last election and how he stepped in 2015 after that loss of the presidential election, felt he was entitled to what he should have gotten in the last election but didn't, and then because of that he is doing everything he can to make sure that the party doesn't stand. And these are the two arguments. How do you see it?
If you ask me, like they are done, I would say that rather than dwelling on revisionism, that we should look into the future and see what we can make out of the party. And I believe that that's where the party is. And then for me, what had happened in the past had happened. Where we can correct them, we can go ahead and do correction. Where we cannot, instead of dwelling on revisionism, let us look forward and see how do we get out of there. Because when a man falls into a hole, rather than keep digging, we must find a way to get out of the hole. The two leaders of the party that we have mentioned, be it Atiku Abubakar, be it former governor and minister, they control, they have control of politics in the party. And as long as they continue to contest, you understand, then we continue to have crisis. But for me, my take is, I believe that the participation of the nation wiki in the APC administration, and with the loyalty that has displayed the head of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu president, and with the kind of work that he's doing in the APC for the APC government, he's going to wish that the APC government don't continue in governance under the leadership of Raju.
He has openly said he would work for the president in the next election. So
exactly. So where are we? This is what it is as we speak. We want to say, oh, okay, the PDP will be in 2027 election. We should be prepared for sacrifices to see, oh, how can we win the election? What part are we going to do to lead us to success? So that's why, okay, I don't engage in the discussion about who did what to who, how did do what to who. I'm not going to engage with that. My own concern is how do we go from there.
All right. Some messages on social media. Belema Samuel says we no longer have a PDP in this country. The PDP is in coma.
That's not true.
Clever Sonny says PDP leaders should go and hide their faces in shame. They are allowing the FCT minister to destroy their party without having the guts to do what is needed. Love Day Jaja says the PDP for me is dead and buried. We have to move on. Godwin James says PDP would finally collapse come 2031 because of some unstable leaders. It's quite unfortunate, even in my state. In Akwa Ibom, Honorable Godwin James. Okay, that's this person is watching from Akwa Ibom State. Man Johnny says PDP is still a force to reckon with. Let's not forget there was a time when PDP reigned supreme in this country. Power is transient. PDP will bounce back stronger if round pegs are fitted into round holes. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007. You can also call 0817-923-0002. This one says, good morning. I'm shocked that the PDP have gone to court to challenge defection of the other state governor of his cabinet. When Ameola and his friends defected to APC, PDP didn't go to court to challenge the defection. No. Damagu is the architect of the problem in the PDP because he failed to speak out when the evil was ongoing in the party because of his selfish interest. PDP is slowly dying. Thank God ability. This one says, ask your guest, is Wike in the PDP or in the APC? I think you heard my guest highlight that just a bit before we took this message. PDP National Working Committee should go ahead and sue all its members that decamp to the APC. Hopefully, we're going to clinch back our mandate from the APC in 2027. God day sent that one in. Let's go to Ezeken. Ezeken is in Ubimini. Good morning, Ezeken.
Good morning, Fiemi Andrew.
All right, good morning. Go on.
And greetings to your guest. You see, I want to let your guests know that PDP had shot themselves on the foot. As far as 2023 general election was concerned, since they were unable to treat the issue of Atiku and the years of Wike, that was when they started falling apart. PDP has no roof as far as Nyeso Wike is concerned, because for him to be playing, discharging, operating as an anti-party member, yet Nyeso Wike is yet to be disciplined. If you ask me, I should also ask, who are those disciplinary committees that are to do what? Since Nyesom is still operating in APC and also giving the authority and order in PDP, what are we talking about? So they should tell Atiku to leave the PDP before they will get the right peg on the right hole. Thank you very much.
Muriel in Okrika, good morning.
Hi, Femi, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Okrika woman.
Okay.
Well, Femi, it seems to me that all hope is lost now with the PDP. You know, I really got heartbroken when your guest said that the more you look at, he looks at the Rivers issue, the more he doesn't understand it, and he doesn't understand the politics. What is he telling us? That they don't know these policies, they don't know calculations, they don't understand politics anymore, because I know what is happening in Rivers State is politics. So if you don't know politics, why are you even in a political party? Why are you playing this game when you don't know it? It is rather unfortunate, honestly. It leaves the governor, our governor Sim, in a very hopeless situation. So tomorrow, when he decides to defect, you now put it on him and said he defected or what? You don't blame it on yourself that as the support system that he has, you don't have anything to do. You don't have anything for him. You don't have any rescue mission. You don't have any plans on ground. So you live in a very hopeless situation. Now, the former governor Wike is not one of the founding fathers in PDP. So when he keeps saying he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that, what will the founding fathers of this political party now say? So can he now calculate? Can the PDP now not tell him, okay, calculate how much did you spend in this party? Let's pay you off. Then do the needful. It is the money that is the issue. Pay him off. Let him give him his bill. Pay him off and let him hands off. If he keeps holding you with what he has done for the party.
All right, Miriam, thank you. Let's go to a chair now. Lugard is on the line. Hello, Lugard. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew. Greetings from a chair to you.
All right, greetings. Go ahead.
I greet your guest. Yeah, Lugard from a chair. Andrew, I sincerely sympathize with PDP because they allow themselves to be used where one man would be controlling a party like PDP and nobody saying anything. He came out on national television telling them one-on-one that they cannot do anything, and up to today, they kept quiet. It's unfortunate. As your guest have earlier said, you see, every political party have their own problem. I'm a member of APC, and we in our party have a serious problem. Do you know that the people that made APC what it is today, like my leader, Rotimi Kamechi, El-Rufai, and so many of them are not in good time with this president. And very soon they will explode. So the same crisis will also rock APC. But I want to advise PDP that please, they should align with other political parties so that we can wrestle power from this present government. I campaign for this government, but we are not happy with the way this government is being run by Ahmed Tinubu. He has put Nigerians in a place where we cannot even express our feelings again. We cannot even eat 3 square meals a day. A lot of things have went on in this country. 2027 will be between APC and Nigerians. I want to tell PDP to please put their house in order.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Bori quickly now.
This power must go back to North.
Leighton Barry, good morning.
Good morning, Ifeanyi Andrew.
You're welcome.
Good morning to the resource person. Ifeanyi, I wish to put it this way, that PDP as it stands is in tsunami. And because of the person they value so much, being Atiku, who does not even have what it takes to win election in this country, is also one of the person that is making that party to run down. You know, the FCT minister is a person that has been in politics. He knows what it takes to win an election. I think the FCT minister has contributed a lot to PDP in other states to win an election. And if you see the role of Atiku Abubakar, I think Atiku Abubakar has not contributed much for PDP as it stands. And so, looking at the situation between the FCT minister and Atiku Abubakar is what is actually responsible for the problem PDP is having, because the FCT minister has not put all his effort as he normally does before, because this was the only man who sustained PDP when PDP was nowhere. And now PDP tend to forget all this struggle, all this effort, all this financial contribution, and they think they can hold it stronger. No, that cannot be. They need to seek reconciliation from the FCT minister for them to get what they want.
All right, let's go to a chain now. Temple, quickly. Good morning.
Good morning. Once again, the very distinguished Femi Andrew. I was told that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. But they find out that in the case of PDP, Damagu has destroyed both the light and the tunnel. And when you talk about the end, if it is near, I want to tell you that the end is here, not even near, it's here. But for me, my major concern is about them going to court, which I always tell them that matter. As far as I'm concerned, the window in which that matter will be thrown at, as I'm talking to you now, is under renovation. And it will be open when the matter starts. So that matter will be thrown because it has no weight. And we ask ourselves the very distinguishing fear. And what about those of them that are coming from other political parties to PDP? Are we not welcoming them? Damagu has destroyed the party. It's just remaining him to move. Thank you.
All right, Temple, thank you. We'll see if we can add one more call, and that will be, okay, God's Power from Rumudara. Let's hear you quickly, and then we attempt to wrap things up. God's Power, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
All right.
Yes, my name is Ayabaka. Andrew, in few seconds, I want to tell you this simple truth. The FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, was the pillar that was holding PDP. Anybody that cares to listen and take it should take it. The moment PDP began to treat Nyesom Wike as someone that never did anything for the party was the very day that the party died. Take it or leave it. Even your guests in the studio can attest to this fact that when Atiku left and began to look for a political solution and all that and came back, Mito was the pillar that was holding PDP. So my advice to them this morning is that they should, ensure that they put their house in order. Going for coalition or whatever will not help PDP. APC is in power, and APC will rule till 2031.
All right, God's Power, thank you. Mr. Kola, you heard most of the callers. Don't also forget the situation in Bayelsa State as well. There's also a situation in Bayelsa State. So let's hear what you think.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Kola, yes, go on.
Okay, let me start with the Christian woman who said that I don't understand politics. I never said I don't understand politics. My position is clear. I said the situation in Rivers is such that the more you try to understand it, the more complexities will arise. And I want to leave it at that. I never said I don't understand politics. That's one. So when I say the average of all the opinions out here, I go with two. Which is that PDP are saying that, PDP cannot rise from its current situation. I do not agree with it. And I can never agree with that. Because PDP has been in a near worst situation and came out of it. Then there are those who say, until we go and reconcile with the FCC minister, the party will reconcile with the FCC minister. As we speak now, that any of us, any Nigerian, any member of PDP, in honest opinion, say that the FCC minister will work against the interest as far as the presidency. I can't find it. You understand? And there are those who still want to run elections for the platform of the PDP. As for those who are talking about measures and coalition.
Okay, hold your thoughts on the coalition. You tell us after the commercial.
Enough.
There, my name is Ifeemi Andrew. Mr. Kola, thank you for staying on the line for us. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, yes,
So,
as we conclude, so you were talking about coalition. Mm-hmm.
Yes, on coalition and merger. The party, through its governors forum, at its meeting in Ibadan, they say that they are not in the merger. But it's also left open that anybody, any group, any party that wants to go into discussion with the People's Democratic Party the discussion. So it's in conversation, it's in the narrative of this discussion that the party can decide whether to go right or to go left. And I want to leave it like that.
What about the situation in Bayelsa State, if you can, in 1 minute? Because we're hearing, oh my goodness, we're going interrupted there by the service providers. I guess that would mean we have to wrap it up here. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. To all of you who've contributed, thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful Friday. And importantly, yes, remember to play the one play draw today. Jude already is in the studio. He's itching to give out monies. So for those of us who haven't, it's just with 500 naira. Very easy. And you can be a part of the game. It's Nigeria Info's own way of giving back. So with 500 naira, just dial *347 *880 *6#. All right, or you visit www.oneplay.ng and select Nigeria Info PH. That's it, and you can play with 500 naira. You get to win from between 20 to a million naira. Yeah, it's just that. Very easy. Again, with 500 naira, dial *347 *880 *6#. Good morning.